Welcome back, everybody. We're here live again. I don't know what to call this podcast. It's one of those things where the name the first time around just didn't stick, or just I always forgot it. It just wasn't there. I'm gonna have to kind of create something new. Maybe send out some feelers to the tweets to all our subscribers out there for a better name. But welcome back to the podcast. We want to welcome back two of our not our guests, our colleagues again, and then a recurring third guest, Kamish. Welcome back to the podcast.
Thanks. Happy to be here.
No problem. Andrew, happy to have you back.
Thanks.
And Mr. Noel, welcome back.
Thanks for having me back. It's a privilege.
Yep, no problem. Like we discussed, us three, four beforehand. We want to kind of give you guys preview predictions of what we feel after the conclusion of the draft of the season, and how some things can shake down throughout the season. Starting with our commish, anything that you want to provide preview prediction-wise from your standpoint post-draft to our league?
I just want to say I love my week one matchup. It's Big Mike. His team's not looking good. I feel like I got the advantage in every position. I may have set the schedules, but that's for you guys to decide, not me. So.
Well, thank you. Well, hey, you have the power to do that. You do have that authority to set the schedules, in a good way and bad way, I guess. We'll all see. Bobby, what are your thoughts on how your breakdown for your team and preview your prediction is going to be this year?
I like my team, but everyone likes their team week one, but kind of iffy on Devontae Freeman still. I don't know if he can have a nice second year or he'll have a sophomore slump. So as of right now, I do like my team.
Okay. Yeah. Devontae Freeman. We all have seen what he's capable of last year, but he kind of slowed down towards the end of the year. So yeah, you should be a little concerned about how he is. We'll see how that goes. And Mr. Price, your thoughts on your upcoming, your little, post-draft, what you think is good with your team?
I don't remember who's on my team. I don't remember who I drafted. Don't know
That's
who
fine.
I play week one. So
You play.
yeah.
You play my year week one.
Well, that's a gift. You're welcome.
Is
This
he
is
the
Andrew.
one who is not named on the show? Is that
Yes.
why we're giving team names?
This is Andrew's team on my screen right now. He's got no starters, but great depth in the bench is what it looks like right now. So that's what he's dealing with right now. Kind of going back to the old strategy of what he had last season. Wait till the last minute, keep his opponents on his toes the whole week. I see what he's going for. But Andrew, is this kind of what the strategy you were looking for with this?
Yeah, I just honestly, we're gonna go through camp and see who earns the spot.
Yep.
No spots are given, and before the first game, I will hopefully remember to fill out the lineup. And then also, I don't want the other team, game planning around who they think I'm going to play. They can make the guesses if they want, but that's up to them. So,
Yeah.
got to keep everybody on their toes, including myself.
That's
Yeah.
some innovative coaching right there. I like that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
we all are.
Old veterans.
We all have to make sure the people on our rosters are in the right position at the right time. If they need to be cut or traded, they need to be cut or traded, and that's what we have to look for. But this is my team. I'm happy with my team. I'm happy with the draft I had. I got a lot of flack last time about my draft and how I drafted, but I have great depth, and I feel like this is a team that can make a run with the players that I have on their team. Plenty of upside, plenty of potential. Just really very happy with how I came about my team. That's my schedule. Play a newbie week one, so that should be interesting to see how he does. But yeah, I'm excited about my team. Excited to see how we perform. Yeah, just excited in general to get everything started. You boys.
Hey, real quick,
Yeah.
are you excited?
Very excited. That's the word what to describe my team is exciting. We're ready to perform, I guess. We're just ready to perform and get out there.
You know what else is exciting is car accidents, but those don't normally happen for anybody.
Yeah, they don't. But I would call Bobby's team a car accident. That's more of a train wreck, even, I guess. But that's besides the point. We don't want to talk about his team right now because we're talking about my team. But any other thoughts or concerns that you guys want to give your teams before we move on to our next segment?
Yeah, Kib, real quick about yours. I just know that Robert probably gave you the most shit before or after the draft, and you get to play in week 1. So you can shut him up real quick, or you could prove him right off the bat. So that's exciting.
Put up or shut up time, Kib.
What was that?
Put up or shut up time.
Yeah, that's
already in week 1.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess to all of our defenses, your team is not defined by week 1.
Yeah.
It's obviously I'd like to win week 1. Don't get me wrong. There's been multiple reports out there from different players in the past saying they'd rather tank the first couple of weeks just so they get those good waiver wire pickups instead. But I don't never understood that approach. I've always wanted to.
What's the old saying? You can lose championships in week 1, but you can't win them or something like that. Is that the old saying?
I have multiple championships, and I've. I mean, you can't win or lose a championship in week 1. Let's just put it that way. I mean, maybe one of your star players goes down, that's a way to lose it. I definitely can't say that your week 1s are going to define if you're going to win or lose. But I guess if that's your strategy, Bob, I hope I play you week 1. But I don't play you week 1.
Well, I mean, I'd rather get off to a good start than a bad start.
Yeah, you're right. All right, moving on to our next segment. Just kind of predictors of who we think is going to be in the playoffs and who we think is going to win the entire thing. I mean, we haven't played a game yet, haven't played a snap yet, but anything that you guys want to, looking over the depth chart of each team, who do you think has the potential, the 4 teams, to, be in the playoffs and eventually win it? Kamish?
So, yeah, we talked about this kind of last time, and I gave an answer, but that was last time. Now I'm going to just be honest with you guys. I'm going to win. That's how it's going to be. You guys will probably try really hard, and I'm going to win. This is my time. It's time to go. So this is my year.
Wow.
As Eric's team. Oh, I'm sorry. To not be named team is called.
Whoa! We'll bleep that out.
Yeah, don't worry. We have the right editing. I have the right producer to edit this, so don't worry about that. Bob, your I guess your predictors of playoff predictors and who's going to win it all this year.
I mean, I know on Saturday we gave a lot of credit to Robert in his draft, but as I'm giving it a second glance, I mean, his team does have a lot of upside, but again, it's only upside. I mean, who knows what you're getting out of Ezekiel Elliott? Who knows what you're getting out of Eddie Lacy? And Demaryius Thomas does have a rookie quarterback throwing in the ball. I mean, his probably has the most upside of any team, but I honestly think that it's really a crapshoot right now. I think any one of these teams, besides maybe Eric's, could win this.
Whoa! Besides whose? We'll bleep that out again.
I forgot.
Clean it up, guys. Clean it up. We'll bleep it out.
Our editor's got a lot of work to do. Our producer. Yeah, but like you said, the games are played on paper. And I can't wait to sit down every day to see who wins on paper. Andrew, do you want to give any predictors for the playoffs and championship?
I just love how you keep saying predictors. But
could be
optimistical. I don't know. I don't even know who's on my team, so I can't really speak to anyone else's team. I remember that Robert's team's really good, but other than that, I don't really know who's playing where. So my prediction is that I don't have one, and it's probably going to stay that way. Yeah, but I do like confidence. I like Kyle's confidence, so if I had to pick one playoff team, I'd probably say Robert.
Okay. Yeah, it's early, like you said. You got to be an optimistical type person to get through the season, and that's kind of the way you win games and win championships, I guess. You got to be that type of a person. But Kyle and Andrew, you guys wanted to address something to the crowd, to the fans out there of what happened recently.
Yeah, I'll just jump right in. Because Kyle looked a little bit confused too. Bob liked to welcome the league by pulling his pants down and letting Kib trade rape him. So that was very nice of you to do. As your first act in this league after the draft would be to let Kib do that to you. Actually, if we're gonna call it trade rape, I don't know. You could say that you let him do it to you, that it happened to you, I guess. So. Hats off to you, Kib. You pulled a fast one on a new guy in the league. Got to respect the grind. You're known for it, and he might not have known that coming in fresh to the league.
I like to think my grit inside of me got that trade done. It's all about the grit. Bob, would you like to rebuttal whatever Andrew talked about you of?
I mean, there was a reason I did it. There's a couple reasons I did it. I mean, I had Brandon Marshall and Eric Decker on my team, and I couldn't have both of them, so I just off Eric Decker, and I knew I wasn't gonna get the value I wanted for him because people always they play you down in trades. And Jordan Matthews, he had a pretty end of the year strong, and then before that he had a couple productive games, and I think he has some upside. And I don't care if it's Sam Bradford throwing the ball. Sam Bradford throwing the ball last year, and he still had a decent year. So I really don't think it's that bad of a trade.
It's pretty horrible when your analysis of a trade is, I really hope it's that bad. Well, I mean, that's just horrible.
Well, I mean, you're the one saying.
I would have given you more than Kib did if you just inquired to someone outside of the ultimate trade raper himself. That was just a bonehead move.
But you're the one saying there it's like I traded like I don't know, like Babe Ruth for fucking Joe Schmo. I mean, it's not that bad of a trade.
Joe Schmo had big upside.
Wally Pep, Wally Pep had a lot of upside.
Wally Pip.
Wally Pip.
Are we talking about the guy who should not be named when we talk about Wally Pip, or?
Well, his name's not being mentioned, but anyways. Kyle, you want to comment on this story that's developed?
Yeah, Bob can come in here and say he had whatever strategy or mindset with this trade, but to the veterans of this league, we know Kib's strategy, and it will work on weak players. He will send you enough trades that you will eventually just succumb to one and accept it, and not any of the trades he sends you will be in your favor. We've all seen it happen. We've all seen people, fall to it, and it's sad sometimes. It's sad to see that happen. Bob, I hope it maybe works out for you a little bit, but I can't see it happening.
I guess to my defense, there's nothing really to defend here, but I like trading. Okay, I don't like. I think I said before. I don't want my team to look the same way I drafted, and this is the way for me to do it. The waiver pickups are not that strong, and trading my players away for other prospects is the way to do it. So, Andrew, you have
that filthy smug smirk on your face just tells the whole story, Bob. Look at Kib's face and tell me that he didn't pull a real fast one on you. That is horrible. He knows it. He knows he got away with highway robbery on this one, and he's living every second. This is what keeps Kib coming back year in and year out. For moments like this, and you gave it to him before the season even started.
Well, I appreciate it, Bob. But
I will say, gave you some type of monetary value, like a meal, food, something to maybe make up for what would happen on paper.
Because the game's played on paper.
That is right. That is right. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think I've sent you guys each a couple trades, but have you guys had any other chatter, or have you seen? Is there a waiver wire pickup you guys are looking at? We got an upcoming week coming up. I don't know if you guys like your teams that much, but you guys not gonna feel like you're gonna make any moves before the season starts. You're just gonna kind of wait after week 1 and see how your players perform.
I mean, unless Jesus Christ is on the waiver, probably not taking extra stuff. If they weren't drafted, they're probably not good enough to be picked up before week 1, but maybe they are. I don't know.
That's fine, yeah. Bob.
Kib would probably pick one up, act like he's a sleeper, and trade him to Bob for like his third-round pick. So that wouldn't be surprising to see something like that happen.
Anyways, Bob, do you see yourself upgrading your team at all?
Thanks for coming
No,
on the podcast today, Bob.
The only move I wanted to make, I made it. So I probably won't pick up or trade anymore until after week 1.
Okay. Andrew?
Yeah, that's all I got. I'm disappointed in. I was the leading guy to push for Bob to join the league, and then he pulls a move like this, and I look like an idiot. There's an egg on my face now too, Bob, not just yours.
At least pull a move, though. It's better than the alternative of never showing up and doing anything.
That is right.
Maybe
Maybe.
The member of the league that you replaced probably would not have known that I even sent him a trade, or if I texted him or called him. So props to you for at least looking into that. And
and there he goes. That's it too. He's like, yeah, props to you. Like it was good. Like yeah, we're both getting better. Yeah, everything's great. Props to you. Yeah, you make trades happen. Well, there's only one reason to accept a trade from Kib, and that reason is to make your team better. I'm not going to say the C word in front of our commissioner here, but we all know what I'm talking about.
I don't know where you're going with that one, Andrew. That with our new commissioner, he probably won't let that happen. And we don't see that happening anytime out. Looking through the tweets earlier, didn't I got one from one of the owners actually. He tweeted at us. He wanted to know about potentially doing a keeper league. I mean, like we said, we haven't even gone through the season yet, or even played a game. But he was wondering if this league could transition to a dynasty or a keeper league to keep one player for the next season. You guys have any thoughts on how that could happen, and if that would be something you'd like? Or, I mean, it is early, like I said. We haven't even played a game yet, but any initial thoughts on potentially doing a dynasty league with the players that we have now? Andrew?
You can't really do that now because that could have affected people's draft strategy.
Yeah.
That is right. Yep. Go ahead.
Maybe next year. Maybe next year, kid.
I mean, you could do it. I don't know how it works, though. I've never done one myself. So I don't know if someone could maybe explain it better, but yeah, it wouldn't maybe affect your draft. I don't know. I probably would have drafted the same people, but
I would have drafted Ezekiel Elliott with my second pick.
Yeah,
so.
that's true.
Yeah, so that was coming from our the owner, Michael Henry. He needs an advertisement or somebody to sponsor his logo, but he that was coming from him. I don't know how that would affect our teams either. I don't even know how I would draft, or I'd probably just draft for young players and stuff like that. But
yeah, Kib would definitely look for the home run, draft young players, and just throw away this season because that's what he does.
You can only keep one player, so it's not like
right.
So, and I think you don't get to keep him. You keep him in the round you drafted him. So Andrew, if you kept Zeke, you'd get him that'd be your second round pick next year. So the better value is if you get a really good player in like the 10th round, then that's so Josh Gordon for me is my 10th round pick. If he busts out this year, I get Josh Gordon next year in the 10th round.
Yeah.
So it's so it's a little different. So I don't know. Something to think about, maybe, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. And that's kind of why we're here. We kind of just discuss it and the pros and cons of what it could be. Bob, do you have any pros and cons of what you think this dynasty or keeping one player for future would be like?
So from what I understand is that there would still be a draft every year, but you just keep one guy from the year before.
Yeah.
And you get to pick that guy.
He's like locked into your team.
I mean, I kind of like the idea of that. I think it's. I mean, kind of like the idea of that for some reason. I don't know why, but I do.
Well, what if you had the first pick in the first round, and then the next year you had the 10th pick in the first round? Do you get your first round pick and the 10th pick?
I believe so. You did. That's just that round pick. whatever it is, that's your pick.
Right.
But then you also would just get the first pick in the second round too.
Yeah. So it'd be, or however the draft,
That
however the
doesn't seem
commissioner
fair.
would set it up.
That
with,
gives a pretty big advantage to who picks first then.
well, if you did it like
But you're still
non-random,
getting him as that first round pick, so it's like you picked first, and then I guess you get the 11th. But I mean, he may not be as good the next year, or you never know. You could want somebody else, like somebody could be better for the first round. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like it like you guys, like Bob iterated earlier.
Master wordsmith over there.
But I mean, yeah, it just throws a little bit different wrench into the season, into how you draft, I guess, and how you evaluate your players on the season. Like Kyle said, you're a 10th person. I mean, barring an injury, you never know, could be your best player. I mean, it's just kind of cool how that could work out. Devontae Freeman goes undrafted, and that could be people's. So people could be ending up with like totally new teams if that's the case. So just things like that would be pretty interesting, a different twist on our season. But yeah, thanks for the tweet, Mike. That was one of the valued tweets that I wanted to point out and present to us. Any other closing thoughts you guys want to give our viewers? Andrew?
Yeah, I mean, we've given Bob a hard time on the podcast, so I would like to say that, he definitely deserved it all, and hopefully he brings his lunch pail to work for the rest of the year and tries to dig himself out of the hole he's created right off the bat.
All right. Bob, you want to defend yourself a little bit?
I mean, I'll just be laughing at you guys when it's week 5 and Jordan Matthews is the number one leading receiver in football, so.
All righty. Mr. Commish?
Bob, I can personally guarantee that if he is the number one receiver in football week 5, you will not be on this podcast ever again to defend yourself anyways. Very much looking forward to seeing Andrew's face in person, not over the computer screen here in a couple of days. So if the fans are in West Lafayette, give us a shout. We'll be there.
All righty. Thank you, everybody, again. We appreciate all your viewership and all the advertisements that were placed during this wonderful podcast. We'll see you next week sometime. Peace.